Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there. Welcome back.
So we just did this video just explaining what happened yesterday over on Evolutionary. And it's really simply what's happened in the past at different times. It feels like we're heading into a time of intensifying pressure to not speak about certain things.
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, everything is on Patreon. We want to thank our patrons. We couldn't do it without you guys.
A huge thank you. I mean, not just a regular thank you, but a huge thank you.
Yes, it is your support that keeps us going. So when we look to Ventus Sky, you see here Helene making an impact sometime tomorrow night, as far as the models are forecasting right now. North of Tampa, perhaps somewhere a little bit to the east of Tallahassee. We'll have to watch this again, and it's grown in strength. They are forecasting now a Category 3, which would be a major hurricane. Of course, the officials are stressing it really could be anywhere from a Category 1 to a Category 4, as the unpredictability of the weather seems to be increasing.
It does, and it seems, people are feeling it too, and people are seeing those other things in the sky that indicate, oh boy, something might happen here.
Yeah, and it looks like she makes a big question mark type pattern and ends up hooking around towards Memphis here. Very unusual. A lot of people are catching on to the manipulation that's going on as weather modification geoengineering has, I think it's gone mainstream now. I mean, it is declassified. You literally can look at local weather channels telling you, well, we've been doing this for years, and as we've been screaming from the rooftops, Operation Popeye, and look into Operation Sea Spray as well as many others. There's all sorts of patents that have been declassified for weather control and modification that literally go back to 1895. So as far as looking for storm surge, again, if you are in the red zone, be very, very aware of that. And even if you're in the blue zone, storm surge is the thing that causes the most problem. This is what we're looking at as far as wind speed probabilities. So again, you will be seeing a very strong storm making an impact. Governor DeSantis was just on saying, again, everything is in place. They're going to get the power on as soon as they can. He was doing a shout out to Elon and Starlink as well.
And he was, yes. Yeah.
Because as we're saying, as this time goes on and things get deeper in, you're going to see a lot of the old technology just totally disappear and be taken off of the shelf, so to speak. And we're going to be going to wireless everything. Not that it's not already there yet, but I think it's going to be a thing of the past. Literally, even seeing telephone poles. Everything is changing. There's going to be such a speeding up of technology.
There will be. I do think it's anything wired is they're after that at this point.
Yeah, it's all about shifting to a new paradigm. So yes, there is definitely the potential for 100-mile-an-hour plus winds. The strongest side of a storm is always the northeastern quadrant. So if this does jog a little bit east, then it could impact a lot more people, as Tampa is one of the biggest cities in Florida. This is precipitation forecast, so you can see 8 to 12 inches. Which can cause a lot of issues just south of the Tallahassee area. Again, everybody in Florida should make note of this. So again, the forecasted impacts: peak sustained winds 96 mile an hour, peak wind gusts up to 140, total rainfall 8 to 12 inches in some areas. This is definitely something to be aware of if you are, again, in the southeastern United States.
I would, it's something that feels quite concerning. I always worry about our pets, you know, and of course our children and everyone who's able-bodied to do everything you can to make sure that your pets are safe, and take them with you. I hate to see people leave pets behind, but we have things like zoos, and then there's large livestock. It's like, what do you do? And I have seen people hop online, you know, with horse trailers and whatnot, saying, hey, I have a pasture, I can move your cattle or your horses out here. Maybe that's something. But getting together with other people and helping your pets somehow, bringing your pets with you whenever possible, maybe getting with family, maybe family has some room for you and they're not in that line of fire. So definitely a lot going on, a lot to consider, and just a time to really be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is all going to get going really more tomorrow night. So there is still time to prepare. It does seem like the storm was stalled, and like it's had the time to grow because of that stalling effect. And, you know, tomorrow night may be a wild one for a lot of people. And you see again the peak hourly winds again. Something about those nighttime storms that's a little bit creepier, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little.
Little, and this is not little at all. And in fact, Cindy was saying this can't be real. They're doing it from an angle that makes it look like this cat's ginormous. No, this cat is ginormous. This is a Maine Coon cat. I've seen some big ones, but honestly, I have not seen one quite this big. I don't know what that fellow weighs, but wow. I mean, he's way bigger than Sassy, that's for sure.
I know, he could probably share our dog's food. I think this would be a cat that Sita might be able to have some respect for and play nice with, possibly. I don't know, he looks warm and cuddly, but gosh, I bet you that thing eats kind of whatever it wants.
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, we were kind of going back to the old paradigm of what we have really built the channel on, which was fairly long videos, like 40 to 50 minutes or 30 to 50 minutes, and deep dives into different things, but broadly covering a lot of different issues. I think, you know, in order to find what exactly will make them take an entire video off that we spend a lot of time putting together, we need to break it down into smaller topics. So that, you know, something like this, like we did a video yesterday when we were talking about, again, the hurricane. So the hurricane is probably not going to get us censored. So, you know, we're doing this one on the hurricane. We're going to be doing some deep dives into a little bit more esoteric, as well as giving you guys some videos on book recommendations. I do plan on doing a whole series of those again, and covering some of the books that we've been reading ourselves and enjoying as we are seriously in a period of transition at this point. The world's in a period of transition. This is major transition. The time that we're in right now is something that we've been speaking about for a very, very long time. And there's so much going on right now. There's so much being exposed. It's, for me, very curious to see what part of it are they guarding the closest. It's always, that's always a real tell. It's like a poker player showing their hand a little bit, if you know what I mean.
It sure is.
As always, couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much for being part of this family. Share your comments and make sure that you are subscribed to all the channels as well. Because you just never know what's going to happen and where we're going to have issues. But again, thank you guys for your support on Patreon. Couldn't do it without you.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.